Today, we're going to break down a feeling that I think we've all had, but it's often kind of invisible. We're talking about emotional drain. In just the next few minutes, we're going to uncover the subtle signs as someone in your life might be secretly depleting your most valuable resource, your energy.
You know that exact feeling, right? A conversation that should have been simple ends, and you just feel completely wiped out. Well, that sudden exhaustion, it's not just in your head. It's actually a huge clue that the interaction wasn't a two-way street.
So what is going on here psychologically? Well, it's often called the energy vampire effect. And no, don't worry, it's not supernatural. It's a very real, recognized pattern where certain people's behaviors consistently leave the rest of us feeling totally drained.
At its core, an energy vampire basically taps into your natural empathy. They feed on your willingness to listen and to care, but the exchange is completely one-sided. They take your emotional energy and you're left running on empty. And this kind of dynamic, it can show up anywhere, with a friend, a coworker, or even a family member.
And let's be really clear, this isn't just about having a bad day or feeling a little tired. The stakes here are actually pretty high. Over time, this constant drain can go from just stress and anxiety to full-blown burnout if you don't spot the pattern and do something about it.
So, what's the first major red flag to look out for? It's that person who seems to be in a constant state of crisis, right? There's always drama, but somehow none of it is ever their fault.
This quote from Healthline just hits the nail on the head. That whole poor me narrative, it's an incredibly powerful tool. It lets them dodge any and all responsibility and puts you in a position where you feel bad for them, which effectively hijacks your emotional energy.
And you really start to notice a pattern here. It's not just about blaming other people. When you offer a solution, they'll just reject it. So why do they do that? Well, because the goal isn't to fix the problem. The goal is to keep you hooked in their drama, consuming your attention and your energy.
All right, the next sign is a little more insidious. It's that disorienting feeling you get when someone's words make you start to question your own reality, your own memory, even your own sanity.
As the author Adeline Birch explains, this isn't an accident. It's a methodical process, like an erosion of your confidence. By making you doubt yourself, a manipulator gains control and basically forces you to rely on their distorted version of what's real.
And these right here are the tools they use. Do any of these phrases sound familiar? These are classic gaslighting tactics, and they're all designed to destabilize you. So whether it's just outright denial or twisting your words around, the goal is always the same, to make you feel like you're the one who's crazy.
And listen, this is far from a rare thing. To really understand just how serious this is, check out this number. Research shows a staggering 74% of female domestic violence victims report experiencing gaslighting from their partners. This is a widespread and a deeply, deeply damaging form of psychological abuse.
Okay, our third sign is all about the mind games. These are the sneaky tactics that weaponize your own emotions against you, especially your sense of guilt, your love, and your feeling of obligation.
The difference is so stark when you see it side by side, isn't it? A healthy request respects your freedom to say no. But a guilt trip, well, a guilt trip makes your compliance a test of your character or your loyalty. All of a sudden, a simple no gets framed as a betrayal, which just pressures you and drains your resolve.
And the games don't stop there. Withholding affection is used as a punishment. Love bombing is when they hook you with intense praise before pulling the rug out from under you. And by monopolizing conversations, they make sure your needs aren't even on the table. It's always, always about them.
So recognizing these signs, that's the huge first step. But the really crucial question is, what can you actually do about it? Let's talk about how to build your emotional shield and start protecting your energy. Okay, this 4-step process is your blueprint. First, just acknowledge the pattern. Trust your gut when you feel drained. Second, set clear boundaries by deciding what you will and will not tolerate. Third, adjust your expectations and accept that you cannot fix them. And finally, and this one is key, disengage. A simple question like, what are you going to do about that? Can be totally transformative. It gently hands the responsibility right back where it belongs, and it breaks the cycle.
And let's be crystal clear about one thing. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It is essential self-preservation. This isn't about punishing someone else. It's about protecting your own peace so that your relationships can be healthy and sustainable for you.
So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Take a moment and really consider it. The people in your life are either filling your cup or they're draining it.
And just knowing the difference, that is the most powerful first step you can possibly take towards a more balanced and energized life.